A Persian king, praised in the Bible, linked to the first human rights document, and remembered by Jews as a liberator. Who was Cyrus the Great? When Cyrus the Great conquered Babylon, he did something no ancient king had ever done before. He wrote a declaration on a clay cylinder, explaining how people should be treated with fairness and freedom. The cylinder says that all people are free to choose their religion. It also says that no group should be forced to leave their homeland for that time in history. This idea was extremely advanced. Cyrus also promised to rebuild destroyed temples and return the gods and sacred items to their people. This showed deep respect for different cultures. Many historians consider this cylinder the first human rights document in the world. It represents Cyrus's vision of leadership, a king who ruled with dignity, not fear. Today, the Cyrus Cylinder is kept in a museum, and millions of people see it as a symbol of justice, freedom, and respect for humanity. One night, a king dreamed of a child who would destroy his throne. That child did not scream, he survived. And years later, the world would kneel before the boy no one was meant to see. One cold and stormy night in the land of the Medes, King Astyages had a terrifying dream. He saw a river coming out of his daughter Amanda's womb, flowing across all of Asia. The royal dream readers told him, trembling with fear, "This dream means your grandson will take your kingdom from you." Astyages became terrified. He ordered that Mandana's newborn baby must be killed before he grows powerful. He gave the baby to Harpag, a loyal but strict general. But when Harpag held the baby in his arms, he felt something strange. This child looked peaceful and innocent. Harpag could not kill the baby himself. Instead, he secretly took the child to a poor shepherd named Mithridates and asked him to raise the boy as his own. The shepherd and his wife were shocked, but when they looked at the baby, they felt love. They decided to protect him. They named him Cyrus and raised him in a small house in the mountains. Years later, Cyrus grew into a smart and confident boy. One day, while playing with other children, he acted like a natural leader, giving orders like a real king. The news reached King Astyages. Surprised and curious, he ordered the boy to be brought to the palace. When Cyrus walked in, the king immediately felt something familiar in the boy's face. A wise court advisor whispered, "My king, look at him. His face is like your own family." The truth was revealed. Cyrus was the lost royal child. Astyages was shocked, but he could not change destiny. The child he tried to kill had survived, and one day he would change the world. Astyages did not punish Cyrus. Instead, he allowed him to stay in the palace and receive royal training. But in his heart, the king feared what the future might bring. Cyrus was only a boy when he first walked into the Median palace. Yet everyone who saw him felt the same strange thing. This child was born to change the world. People whispered behind him, "Who is this boy? Why does he walk like a leader?" And even the servants felt drawn to him, as if kindness followed him like a warm wind. As he grew older, Cyrus became strong, wise, and strangely beloved. Soldiers respected his discipline. Children loved his gentle humor, and elders trusted the steadiness in his voice. And slowly, people began to compare him to the king, Astyages, his powerful grandfather. A dangerous comparison, a forbidden one. Yet whispers spread like fire. Maybe Cyrus is the true king destiny has chosen. Cyrus didn't defeat Astyages with cruelty or revenge. People followed him because he gave them hope. Soldiers turned to him because he treated them as humans, not tools. And when the final moment came, the kingdom simply chose Cyrus. Astyages fell, not because Cyrus fought him, but because Cyrus inspired a world that no longer believed in the old king. Do you think you know Cyrus the Great? What if I told you he changed the world without shedding a drop of blood? When Cyrus finally took the throne, many people did not trust a young king. But when they looked into his calm, determined eyes, they felt something different. Cyrus was not hungry for power. He was ready to change the future. Advisors expected Cyrus to rule with fear and punishment. But he said, "A king who rules by fear will stand alone in peace." This became the foundation of his leadership: strong hands, but a kind heart. Soon, news came that King Croesus of Lydia wanted to crush Cyrus's growing power. Everyone waited for Cyrus to answer with anger, but he simply said, "If he wants to test me, I will show him a different kind of strength." Cyrus's soldiers marched west, but unlike other armies, they did not burn, steal, or harm the people. Villagers whispered, "These men are not conquerors, they are protectors." Cyrus was already winning hearts before winning battles. Before fighting Croesus, Cyrus sent him a message: "I do not fight for land. I fight for a better future." With intelligent tactics, Cyrus surrounded the Lydian army without destroying the city. Croesus was defeated, but Cyrus refused to kill him. When Croesus was brought before him, everyone expected punishment. Instead, Cyrus helped him stand and said, "Only those who understand suffering should rule." This moment made the world realize he was not an ordinary conqueror. Soon, people from Babylon came with stories of heavy taxes and cruelty. Cyrus said, "A king who ignores his people does not deserve his throne." He decided to march toward the greatest city of the ancient world. Cyrus entered Babylon at night, but he ordered his soldiers not to harm anyone. No homes were destroyed. No temples were touched. People said, "A conqueror who doesn't break our doors brings blessings." Cyrus released prisoners, restored temples, and allowed people to worship freely. The Jewish people, who had been captives for years, cried with joy, "This man is not just a king. He is our deliverer." Cyrus the Great is remembered as a hero in Jewish history. When he conquered Babylon, he found thousands of Jewish people living there as prisoners. They had been forced into exile for many years. Instead of acting like other ancient kings, Cyrus chose mercy. He allowed the Jewish people to return to their homeland, Jerusalem. This decision changed their history forever. Cyrus also ordered the rebuilding of the Jewish temple, which had been destroyed years earlier. He even helped by sending money and resources. Because of these actions, the Hebrew Bible calls Cyrus God's anointed, a rare and powerful title. It means they believed God chose him to bring freedom. To this day, many Jewish people honor Cyrus as the righteous king who restored their hope. His kindness became a symbol of justice and freedom for generations. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Your support means a lot.